Hi everyone and welcome to our channel dedicated to learning English. So, in today's video we are going to speak about the unit Ethics in Business. We are going to introduce the unit. We will be discussing the different lexical terms related to it. We are going to distinguish between the different practices and behaviors that we may find in the field of business. So, grab a pen and paper and let's get started. Thanks. مرحبا أعزائي التلاميذ في قناة الإنجليزية مع الأستاذ شعيب. إذن فيديو اليوم سيكون مخصص لوحدة Ethics in Business. وحدة Ethics in Business والتي هي وحدة مشتركة بين جميع شعب البكالوريا سواء الشعب الأدبية أو الشعب العلمية. تمنياتي إن شاء الله تكون استفادة من طرف الجميع في هذا الفيديو. فلنبدأ على بركة الله. Okay, so we are going to start. As I have said, in this video we are going to introduce the unit Ethics in Business. First of all, look onto the sentence that you have, or the proverb that you have here. It's ill-gotten gains never prosper. So what does it mean by ill-gotten gains never prosper? الأشياء أو المنافع أو الفوائد المأخوذة بطرق غير قانونية لن تتطور. Okay? So in this unit we are going to speak about ethics. Ethics. So what does it mean by the word ethics? In Arabic we say that it is al-akhlaq. Okay. So the definition of the word ethics in English we say that it is a set of moral values or principles that guide businesses or individuals. In Arabic we say al-akhlaq. Okay. In this unit we are going to speak about ethics in the field of business في مجال الأعمال. Good. Now, first of all, or the first thing that we are going to do, look onto the pictures that you have here. Here we have three different pictures. The first one, he is a doctor. The second one is a police officer. And the last one, he is a businessman. So in each field of these ones, we have ethical standards that the workers that work in them should respect or should put in his mind. Okay? For example, if we take the example of the doctor, in the field of medicine, there are some medical standards that the doctor should put in his mind or should or must respect. Okay? The same thing for the police officer, the same thing for the businessman, and so on. Good. Now, discuss the following question. Can you think of any types of behavior that are unethical in the workplace? معناه هل هناك أمثلة على سلوكات غير قانونية في مكان العمل? Of course, there are plenty and a lot of examples. So, just to mention some examples of them. For example, we say bribery, counterfeiting, nepotism, embezzlement, money laundering, and so on. So, these are the words that we are going to discuss in the coming tasks. Okay? Good. Now, do you think that it's our responsibility to report on such behaviors? يعني هل تعتقد أنه من مسؤوليتنا الإبلاغ على مثل هذه السلوكات؟ Of course, it's our responsibility to report on such behaviors. Okay, now I'm going to give you two words to explain the difference between ethical and unethical practices that we may find in business. The first word is corruption. So what does it mean by the word corruption? In Arabic we say that it is al-fasad. The definition of this word is it's a dishonest or fraudulent conduct by those in power. Okay? By those in power. يعني من طرف أشخاص في منصب قوة. Its opposite, or the opposite of this word, we may say that it is transparency. So what does it mean by the word transparency? In Arabic we say that it is الشفافية. The definition of this word is honest and ethical conduct in doing work or business. So, as do you notice here in the two definitions that we have here, we have the word dishonest, then we have the word honest. So they are two opposite words. Corruption, transparency. Okay? Good. Now, Task 1 that we have is to link each of the words below with the appropriate picture. It means that we are going to see different pictures and we should find the appropriate word for the pictures that we are going to see. The first word that we have here is called, or it is counterfeiting. Counterfeiting. Remember the word. The second one is embezzlement. Embezzlement. The third one is bribery. Bribery. The next one is whistleblowing. Whistleblowing. The next, it's nepotism. Nepotism. And the next one is child labor. Child labor. And the last one is money laundering. Money laundering. Okay? So we are going to see different pictures. We need to find the appropriate words for the pictures that we are going to see. Okay? The first picture that we have is this one. What is this practice? How do we call this in English? So this practice is called in English bribery. In Arabic we say الرشوة. الرشوة. This practice is illegal. It is unethical. Okay? سلوك غير قانوني, سلوك غير شرعي in doing business. The second picture that we have, it's this one. So what do you see, or what do we see in the picture? Here we have a child who is working in a factory. Who is working in a factory. يعني طفل صغير يعمل في مصنع. How do we call this practice? In English it's called child labor. Child labor معناه عمالة الأطفال. The same thing for this practice. It is illegal and unethical practice. And the next one that we have here, we have brand, the brand of Adidas. Okay? The brand of Adidas. Here we have the original one, and here we have the fake. Fake معناه غير أصلي. So how do we call this practice? It's called counterfeiting. Counterfeiting. Okay? معناه تقليد المنتوجات. تقليد المنتوجات. So this practice is the same thing. It's illegal, unethical, immoral. Okay? Good. Now, the next picture that we have is this. So, how do we call this practice? In English, it's called money laundering. Money laundering. معناه تبييض الأموال. تبييض الأموال. Okay? Then, next, how do we call this practice or behavior? It's called nepotism. باللغة العامية نقولوا المعرفة. Okay? So in English, how do we say? We say nepotism. Nepotism. Okay? The same thing, it's an illegal and unethical practice. And the other one that we have here is called embezzlement. Embezzlement. معناه اختلاس الأموال. The same thing, it is illegal and unethical practice. Unethical practice or behavior. Okay? The other one that we have here, it's called whistleblowing. So what does it mean by whistleblowing? The definition of this word is revealing confidential information to the police or to the newspaper that the company you are working in is not respecting health and safety regulations. Okay? يعني الإدلاء بتصريحات سواء للشرطة أو للصحافة بأن الشركة التي تعمل فيها لا تحترم القوانين أو معايير سواء السلامة أو النظافة إلى غير ذلك. Okay? So this practice whistleblowing, it is ethical. يعني سلوك قانوني, سلوك شرعي. Okay? Good. Now, classify the words or the following words in the table below. We are going to classify the words. So, the table that you have here, you have two columns. The first one is ethical behaviors, and the other one is unethical behaviors. Ethical behaviors معناه سلوكات قانونية أو شرعية. Unethical behaviors معناه سلوكات غير قانونية أو سلوكات غير شرعية. Here we have a list of different words. We are going to put them in the table to classify them in the table. We start with the first one, bribery. Bribery, we have said that it is a rashwa. So, it is an unethical behavior. an unethical behavior. whistleblowing. Whistleblowing. It's ethical behavior. It's legal behavior. Okay? Then the next word that we have in the list is lobbying. So what does it mean by lobbying? In Arabic we say مجموعات الضغط. Okay? مجموعات الضغط. يعني ضغط من طرف رجال المال على السياسيين. Okay? So this practice is called lobbying. And of course it's unethical behavior. The other practice or the other word that we have here is false accounting. Accounting معناه محاسبة, and it is false. False. It's not correct. So this practice is unethical behavior. The other one is militating in anti-corruption association. معناها النضال في جمعية أو في منظمة ضد الفساد. ضد الفساد. Anti-corruption association. Of course, this practice is ethical behavior. The other one is tax evasion. Tax evasion. التهرب الضريبي. التهرب الضريبي. Okay? This practice is an ethical practice. Child labor. Child labor. عمالة الأطفال. The same thing. It is unethical. Counterfeiting. Counterfeiting. تقليد منتوجات. The same thing. It is unethical behavior. The other one is fighting child labor. معناها محاربة عمالة الأطفال. Here we have child labor and here we have fighting child labor. معناها محاربة. So fighting معناها محاربة child labor. Of course it is ethical. And the last one, money laundering or تبييض الأموال. It is an ethical practice. So as you notice here, in doing business, we distinguish between two different practices or two different behaviors. Okay? We have ethical behaviors and we have unethical behaviors. We have legal practices and we have illegal practices. Okay? يعني سلوكات غير قانونية وسلوكات غير سلوكات قانونية وسلوكات غير قانونية. Okay? Good. Now, this is the definition of the word ethics. So what does it mean by ethics? It is a set of moral values. يعني مجموعة من قيم and principles ومبادئ that guide businesses and individuals. That guide businesses and individuals. Okay, so this is the definition of the word ethics. Then here we have different words. They are synonyms. So we may say unethical. Unethical. Its synonyms are, we can say illegal, we can say immoral, we can say indecent, we can say corrupt. Okay, so all of them are synonyms. The opposite is ethical. The words that have the same meaning as ethical are legal, moral, decent, clean, and straight. Legal, moral, decent, clean, and straight. Okay, so all of them are adjectives. All of them are adjectives. Okay, so that's all. We have arrived at the end. That's all for today. I hope you found the video helpful for you and you are now feeling more confident in what we have seen until now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for the more videos the coming days. Thanks a lot for watching and following, and see you next time.